Good morning, YouTube. It's such a wonderful day to be waking up in, and I am so grateful for all the wonderful energy that we're receiving, all the exhilaration I'm feeling, and how I'm so full of the spirit of ecstasy this morning because of all the joyous things which we're experiencing in this world, all of the abundance that is coming down upon us, and we can see nothing but abundance ahead. And I'm just so glad to be able to get on here and give you the real news about how abundant this world really is. I'm so excited about it all that I feel like just going rapid fire like this, but I'm going to purposely make myself go slower. And you'll think that I'm tired, maybe, but I'm going to. Then I'm doing that because I don't feel extremely exhilarated and feel like getting up and jumping and shouting. But I'm doing that because I don't want to go so fast that people might be able, and maybe in other countries that are trying to translate it, or maybe understand, English halfway and halfway don't, or just simply because some people just don't want to listen to something going that fast. And so I'm going to try to go real slow and just give you the details about everything. But the fact is that we are going, because of all the rising. I'll try to illustrate a little bit. Our consciousness, the whole consciousness that surrounds us, that is not contained within our brain, but there's a consciousness that forms all around us and controls everything around us and protects us with a shield of light. There's a great shield of light. The higher our consciousness rises, the brighter that light gets, and the more protection we receive. And we're connected through all of that to. We're connected to beings all through the universe because of that, and because of that, we're going to become, because more people are becoming aware of that, and they're tuning into that and allowing their consciousness to rise to how immortal we are and how much power and energy we actually have to benefit from, and that we actually can let flow in us. Because so many people are becoming aware of that, then we can know that we are going to actually become, it's going to be easier and easier every day for all of us to experience more joy. When we first wake up, we'll feel more joy, we'll feel more joyful, we'll feel more energetic. Everyone will, especially those that, of course, that are tuned into it are going to be more joyful and more energetic than the ones that are not tuned. But everyone is going to be just a little bit more energetic and joyful and full of faith than what they would have been a few years ago, because of all the rising of consciousness. And so that's the good news. It's the real perspective on the news that I really need to get on here and tell you, is that because of all that rising consciousness, it's going to affect us all in a way that we'll all receive more abundance in every kind of area of our life, including joy, peace, and happiness, but also in material abundance. The world is just going to become a better and better place. And every time an additional person goes in and they listen to, I have this book here called Getting Into the Vortex. And I have other books similar to this, but every time another person really reads and understands books such as this, then every time they do that, one more person is added then into that conscious level, that higher consciousness. Then that's going to add to the overall mass consciousness, and therefore that's going to increase the abundance that we all have. And is the book reflecting the light and making the light better, or what's making the light better when I hold that up? Oh, it's because of that. Okay, but anyway, that's I guess it's just all that great truth that's just exuding out of that book. When I hold that book up, my face just gets brighter and brighter the more I hold that book toward the camera. And every time I hold it up, well, I just see an halo and a halo, an aura begin to brighten my face up. So maybe it's all that wonderful truth that's coming out of that book. But we're going to become more joyful and full of true energy every day. We're going to become, we need to learn to be grateful for this knowledge and rejoice ahead of the full demonstration. Uh, when we say, I know this demonstration is going to happen because of my consciousness arising. For instance, I know I'm going to receive a home that's 3 times the size of the one I have now, or I know I'm going to receive a 3 times better car than I have now. Then that demonstration is a demonstration that we're hoping for and that we're working on. That we're working on manifesting it, which is the same thing as demonstration. Remember, when you see the word demonstration, that's the same thing as manifest. And when you manifest something, you demonstrate it. When you demonstrate something, you manifest it. And so, what we're trying to manifest and what we're trying to demonstrate, we see the vision of that out ahead. We should actually see that vision already within us and surrounding us and flowing through us. We should see ourselves one with that vision. We should see ourselves in that car and in that house, and we should see all of the atoms of that house and that car just flowing through us and just interspersing in between all of our atoms, and we're all one with that house and that car, which we are trying to manifest. We already are. But before we actually are able to say, okay, friend of mine out there that is an unbeliever that doesn't believe in manifestation of different things, before we can say, you come and you look and see this beautiful house I have and this beautiful car I have, then we should rejoice ahead of that full demonstration. I'm calling that full demonstration the demonstration that friend, unbelieving friend can no longer even deny it's so full. We already have the demonstration, but in order, and it's really already a full demonstration, a way over full, an overflowing demonstration, an overfull demonstration. However, I'm calling it full demonstration when everybody, unbelievers and believers alike, can see without any doubt in their mind, without any shadow of doubt. So we rejoice ahead of that. We say, I know they're going to see it. I know it's going to be where they can see it. Not only I can see it, but they can see the vision. They can see it happening. And so I'm going to rejoice, and I'm going to say, I know how I'm going to feel when they begin to rejoice with me about that. I know how I'm going to feel when I get in that Rolls Royce and begin to ride down these Texas roads. I so love Rolls Royces. I want to have a dozen or more of them. I just love Rolls Royces. I love Jaguars and Lamborghinis too, but I just love something about Rolls Royces because they're handcrafted and handmade, and it's like riding on a cloud. And I just like it. And I'd like to have a whole lot of those. And so I'm going to rejoice ahead of time that I have a dozen of those Rolls Royces. I'd like to have, some new, 3 or 4 new ones, but then some old collector classical from the 30s and the 40s, classical Rolls Royces that are collector's items also to make up the rest of that dozen. But I'm going to rejoice ahead of time. I'm not going to wait till I'm actually, people are actually waving at me and saying, I saw you riding up and down that road in that classic Rolls Royce, and call me up on the phone and said, I saw you in that. I'm not going to wait for that. I'm going to rejoice right now with the same happiness that I know I will when I start getting those phone calls saying, I saw you in your classic Rolls Royce. Now, and then the home the same way, a $25 million home, they'll say, well, congratulations on moving into your $25 million home. And, maybe I can come visit you sometime. And, yeah, I've got 12 or 14 guest rooms in it. And so you can come anytime. And so, but I go ahead and rejoice about that now, knowing how that is going to feel. I don't wait until I get the phone call saying, can I come visit you in your $25 million house? Okay, so I rejoice now. I don't wait till then. Now that's what I mean by rejoicing ahead of the full demonstration, and this will speed it up. That's going to speed up everything. That's going to speed up your joy. That's going to speed up your manifestation. And all the things that we're manifesting and things that we're realizing are far, 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 far greater, 100 millions of times greater than a $25 million house and 12 Rolls Royces and Lamborghinis and Jaguars and all that. However, we want to have the Jaguars and the Rolls Royces and the $25 million home to go along with it so that we can share that happiness of that with other people and so on. Okay, know that you cannot think and allow flow any good thought that is not I didn't know I was going to get into such wonderful, great things. Boy, I mean, I just wonderful, great things it just started flowing in me. You know, something about holding that book up, getting into the vortex and seeing all that light coming out of my countenance when I held it up there and seeing my face brighten up. It just started flowing all of this energy. And so you're getting the benefit from it. Know that you cannot think and allow flow any good thought that is not 1,000 times greater in amount and availability than you could possibly think or write or say. You see, and I told you, you write, get your notebook and put down the very best thoughts you can think of. Put out all the good things that you want to manifest. I mean, I'm not joking about that matter. And am I speeding it, going too fast again? Let me slow down. No joke. It is no joke. Write down in a good notebook like this or a good journal like these other journals like this. Get you one of these black journals like this. And see, I've got those all full of stuff. And write down in there all of those things that you want to manifest. I don't care if you want to manifest 25 Rolls Royces and 2 or 3 $25 million houses or what you're trying to manifest. Go ahead and write it in there. Write whatever you're trying to manifest in there, $100 million or whatever, and just list them all down there. Just start out house, car, money, bank accounts, credit cards, all of that, and just list it all down there. And you could go on doing that, as I say, until the thing is as thick as the length from my heart to the top of my head. The notebook could be that big. It could be, if I could get my hand up there, it could be that wide. That notebook could be that wide, and it could be packed full on every page of all those things you want to manifest, and the things that are actually available to us, coming to us from on us from the universe and pressing in upon us is far, far greater than everything in that entire notebook. And everything in that entire notebook, you cannot possibly pick up a pen and write down or pick up a computer and type in greater things than what the omnipotence and omnipresence and omniscience of our source already contains within it and is already flowing. It's intermeshed with the atoms of our bodies, intermeshed with the atoms of source, if you want to call them atoms. But it's all intermeshed and it's all flowing in us, and it's all awaits our recognition. And it's far greater than anything we could ever recognize. And so if you recognize it by picking up the pen and write it down, then that means it is already true. And it can already flow. And so what are we waiting for? We're waiting for you to rejoice. That's what the angels are saying. They're waiting for you to rejoice about all those things in that notebook being now actually manifest, not just to you personally, but to where all of your unbelieving friends can also say, yes, that person has all of those things. Now, everything is, one of the things that said in Esther and Jerry Hicks said, everything is energy and vibrational. And then, let's see, Tanya Love also says that quite often on her Tanya Love show. Everything is energy and vibrational. The more energy we receive, the more we will realize is there. It will compound and draw interest. To some increased awareness will more be added. To them that have, the scripture says, will more be given. To them that have, and it sounds kind of funny when it says to them who have not will be taken away, but to them who have will receive more. That just simply means if you have the consciousness and you lift your consciousness, you're going to have more. If you stifle your consciousness and pull it down, you're going to have less. The rich are going to get richer. Get into the vortex now, because those with the higher consciousness are the ones that are going to receive all those abundance and be able to demonstrate all these things. And they'll know that they're supposed to rejoice ahead of time. So let's begin to rejoice right now, and then I'll see you on the next video.